So it looks like there's a video of Celeste visiting home. So an updated timeline of her before, the months before, or she was ended up found in the Tesla. So let's get over into that. We got 2 videos to look at that just goes into more updates of the case. We got to keep up with this and see what all's happening. So let's get right into it and see what else we can learn.
Now, a newly released documents in the case of the 15-year-old girl found dead inside the trunk of singer David's car, including the autopsy report that could provide clues into how she died. Let's go back to our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, there in Los Angeles. Good morning again, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Robin. 15-year-old Celeste Rivas' death continues to be shrouded in mystery. Law enforcement still says they do not know how she died and ended up in the trunk of that Tesla. But now we do know that she was not pregnant at the time of her tragic death.
I've been hearing rumors about
this
that.
morning, ABC News obtaining the death certificate for 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, whose body was found earlier this month in a Tesla belonging to singer-songwriter David. The cause of death listed as deferred, as the medical examiner tries to determine how she died and the LAPD whether a crime was committed. 'Cause every time David, who has nearly 40 million monthly listeners on Spotify, canceled his world tour earlier this month after Rivas was identified as the deceased. The teenager had been missing for a year and a half. Authorities believe she could have been dead for weeks before she was discovered. And law enforcement sources tell us the condition of her remains has made it difficult to determine her cause of death. The death certificate also revealing that she was not and had not been pregnant for the last year. The latest details coming after investigators were seen searching the residence David was renting in Los Angeles, allegedly removing a computer. David has not been named as a suspect or a person of interest and has not been charged with any crime. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News there is a lot going on to bring justice for Rivas and her family.
With the information we have now, at best, law enforcement can say that there's potentially culpability for improperly disposing or concealing a body, but there's not enough information to charge anyone with a homicide.
And while David's representatives and some family members may have been in contact with law enforcement and say that the artist has been cooperating with police, the LAPD tells me that David himself has not spoken to or has had any direct contact with the LAPD, Robin.
I hope that young woman's family would
probably just been talking through him through his lawyer, which most people would recommend. Absolutely crazy. Y'all, let's get over into this next video where it's new video of her being at the house, at her family's house. Let's get into it.
Brand new video of Celeste Rivas Hernandez that completely rewrites the timeline of the case as we've come to know it has surfaced. Video was recorded at the home of Celeste's parents in Lake Elsinore, California, exactly a year ago, or a year before her body was found in the trunk of a car belonging to the rising music star named David. We had been told that Celeste went missing in April of 2024 and that her family hadn't seen her since. But this new video was recorded by a Nest camera on September 8th, 2024, which would make that 4 months after she ran away. The neighbors who provided the video to TMZ say that it shows her arguing with people who had pulled a prank on her. Take a look.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk? I ain't gonna let you talk. No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping. I ain't tripping. Nah, you tripping. Stop the door and you tripping. Oh my God. Nah, because you tripping. Move the out of here. You ain't gonna do shit. You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
Just by the very dates of this video seems to prove that Celeste visited her family at least once after she ran away for the last time. But a year and a half after the final missing person report was filed, her body was discovered in a frunk. That's the front trunk of David's Tesla. That was just 3 weeks ago. This video was just discovered as we're finally learning what's been going on behind the scenes of the investigation. The LAPD's captain and commanding officer released a statement saying that the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was likely in the frunk of the Tesla for a long time before it was discovered. According to Captain Scott Williams, quote, "We know for sure that Celeste Rivas Hernandez died and someone placed her body in the front trunk area of David Burke's Tesla. We know that the Tesla had been parked at the location from which it was towed for several weeks. So it is very likely Celeste Rivas Hernandez had been dead for several weeks prior to her body being discovered. I know, you don't think it's a big deal because it's like, yeah, we know all that, right? Not really. Like, this is the police finally confirming it, and they haven't said a thing. But that really does track with our reporting last week when we spoke with a private investigator who tracked down the tow reports for this Tesla. And they showed that neighbors had called police about that car on August the 26th. Police responded the next day and ticketed the car as per protocol. They got to wait 72 hours between each of the tickets they put on there. And after 3 visits, then they can tow the car. The second ticket came September 3rd, and the Tesla was finally towed September 5th. So by our math, police were involved with the car for a week and a half. But the neighbors who lived nearby said the Tesla had already spent close to a month abandoned on that side road. And by the way, incidentally, it was just one street over from David's $20,000 a month mansion that his manager was renting. The Tesla was registered in David's legal name, David Burke. The 20-year-old singer has not been arrested, nor has he been named a suspect.
Have they said
but
why?
His friends
See,
confirmed,
my question is, what have they said that it was stolen? I haven't heard anything about them saying that the Tesla was stolen from David or that he gifted it to somebody.
To TMZ last week that he was indeed in a romantic relationship with a 14-year-old girl, Celeste.
Wow.
Social media posts indicate they may have even known each other since she was 12 and maybe even 11. Captain Williams responded to the friend's characterization.
This is my first
saying,
I'm hearing 11.
As far as their relationship, it would be premature for me to say anything. We are looking into everything. An important piece of the puzzle that has yet to be determined is Celeste's cause of death. The medical examiner has deferred a cause while they await the toxicology results. But one thing they have determined is that Celeste Rivas Hernandez was not pregnant when she died.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our new.
Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. But as we just seen, that video of her with her family was taken. So she was reported missing in April. And then I think September was when that video popped up. A few months later, that she was arguing with the family's home. A lot of people saying that she was saying the N-word. I don't really care about all that, but she was obviously there. Now, I don't know if they needed to update the missing persons report or not, saying that she was seen but ran back away. I don't know if that is the protocol you need to do. I'm assuming you need to do that, but absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, at the end of the day, he's still not been charged. They haven't ruled it as a homicide or anything like that because the cause of death is still to be determined. The only thing that they could charge him with, if he was involved, was illegally disposing of a corpse. That because she died, and then someone put her body in a bag and put it in the front trunk of the Tesla. That is what someone could be charged with right now, David or whoever was involved. So until they rule it as a homicide, they can't rule it as any kind of murder. Now, a lot of rumors were going around saying that she was pregnant, and that was the reason she was killed, but they have just confirmed that she was not pregnant. She was not pregnant. So, hey, a lot of things. We still have to find out what the cause of death was, and I don't know. They said it could take weeks. Because the toxicology report needs to come in. Now, if she was drugged or anything like that, but we'll keep up with the story and see what else, whenever they release the most updated information, if David is ever charged. We will keep up with this. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think David did it? That is the main question. Do you think that the singer David killed Celeste? Who he was, all the friends have confirmed, and everybody is saying that they were dating. They were dating. I don't know why he was dating that young girl, but that is what the friends are reporting. I don't think he has confirmed it yet, but the only way he is talking to the police is through his lawyer. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Absolutely crazy. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. All right, everybody. Remember, this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.